In our lives, we often encounter people with bad character traits, those who manipulate, lie, or drain us emotionally. They may present a charming front but reveal a self-centered, negative side that can impact our mental well-being. Protecting yourself from these individuals is crucial for maintaining a balanced, positive life. Here, we share 8 Stoic-inspired strategies to help you navigate relationships with challenging people, maintain inner peace, and foster healthier, more supportive connections. First way. Establish clear boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most crucial steps in protecting yourself from people with bad character. Boundaries act as a shield, clarifying what behaviors you will and will not tolerate, and helping others understand your personal limits. This practice isn't just about protecting yourself from others, it's also about affirming your self-worth and upholding your emotional well-being. Why boundaries matter? Boundaries communicate respect, both to yourself and to those around you. By clearly defining what is acceptable, you discourage negative behavior and reinforce mutual respect. Individuals with bad character traits, such as manipulation, lack of empathy, or dishonesty, often push these boundaries to gain control or to influence you. When your boundaries are firm, you are far less likely to be swayed by their actions. Practical example of setting boundaries in the workplace. Imagine you have a coworker, Alex, who often interrupts you during meetings or dismisses your ideas. At first, you may ignore these interruptions to avoid conflict. However, over time, Alex's interruptions become more frequent, making you feel undervalued and disrespected. To address this, you can assertively establish a boundary by saying something like, "Alex, I value your input, but I need space to share my thoughts without interruptions. Let's agree to let each person finish before responding." This approach is clear, respectful, and leaves no room for misinterpretation. If Alex continues to interrupt, gently reminding him of the boundary you set helps reinforce your expectation, which can deter further boundary-crossing behavior. Setting boundaries in personal relationships. In personal relationships, boundaries play a similar role. For instance, suppose a friend repeatedly cancels plans at the last minute, disregarding your time and causing frustration. Instead of allowing this behavior to continue, you could say, "I understand that things come up, but I value my time, so I need some notice if plans are going to change." This simple statement lets your friend know that you respect yourself and expect the same from them. Steps to establishing boundaries. Identify your limits. Reflect on what behaviors make you uncomfortable or drain your energy. Knowing what you will and won't tolerate is essential to setting boundaries. Communicate clearly and directly. When a boundary is crossed, address it directly and calmly. Avoid vague language. Instead, be specific about what needs to change. Stay consistent. Reinforce your boundaries consistently. This consistency signals that your boundaries are not open for negotiation. Reevaluate as necessary. As relationships or environments change, your boundaries may need adjustment. Revisit them regularly to ensure they align with your current needs. Handling pushback. Some people may resist or challenge your boundaries, particularly those who are used to having their way. This resistance is normal and shouldn't dissuade you from maintaining your stance. Remember that boundaries aren't meant to please others. They're about ensuring that your emotional space is respected. A respectful person will acknowledge and honor your boundary, while someone with a less respectful character may try to undermine it. For instance, if your coworker Alex were to respond defensively to your request not to be interrupted, you could restate your boundary without engaging in a confrontation. By calmly reaffirming, "I'd appreciate it if we could all take turns sharing our ideas," you maintain authority over your space and set a standard for future interactions. The benefits of strong boundaries. Boundaries serve as a form of self-respect, letting others know that you take yourself seriously and won't tolerate behavior that undermines you. They also act as a filter, revealing who respects you and who doesn't. While setting boundaries may seem challenging, especially with individuals who lack empathy or respect, it's an empowering practice that promotes well-being and fosters healthier interactions. By setting and upholding clear boundaries, you create a foundation for relationships that are based on respect, consideration, and mutual support. Boundaries not only protect your mental and emotional well-being, but also empower you to interact with confidence, knowing you are prioritizing yourself and refusing to let negative behaviors disrupt your peace. Second way, prioritize self-care. Prioritizing self-care is essential for maintaining your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, especially when you're dealing with toxic individuals. People with harmful behaviors or bad character traits can drain your energy, disrupt your peace, and even affect your self-esteem. Regularly practicing self-care not only replenishes your strength but also builds resilience, helping you face challenging people and situations from a place of calm and balance. Through self-care, you can protect yourself against the negative effects of toxicity, maintaining a steady sense of inner peace and emotional stability. Why self-care matters. Self-care is about honoring your needs, values, and health. By taking time for activities that replenish you, you're better equipped to handle stress, set boundaries, and make mindful decisions about your relationships. Without self-care, it's easy to become overwhelmed, exhausted, and vulnerable to the negative effects of toxic behaviors. Practicing self-care reinforces your sense of self-worth and helps you stay connected to your goals and values, creating a buffer against the disruptive influence of those with bad character traits. Practical ways to prioritize self-care. Engage in physical activity. Regular exercise is a powerful form of self-care that can improve both physical and mental health. Physical activity releases endorphins, which elevate mood, reduce stress, and enhance your overall well-being. For example, incorporating a daily walk, a gym workout, or a yoga session into your routine can help you manage stress better and face challenging interactions with more patience. Suppose a colleague or family member's negativity usually affects your mood. Engaging in physical activity afterward can help you process those emotions and prevent them from weighing you down. Practice meditation and mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness are effective tools for managing stress and cultivating inner calm. When dealing with difficult people, these practices can help you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For instance, if someone's manipulative behavior often triggers frustration, spending a few minutes practicing deep breathing or focusing on the present moment can help you release tension and approach the situation with clarity. Meditation also enhances your ability to detach from external negativity, allowing you to retain your inner peace and emotional stability. Spend time with supportive loved ones. Building a network of supportive friends and family members can be incredibly grounding. When you're dealing with a challenging person, spending time with those who care about you can offer encouragement, reassurance, and perspective. For instance, if a friend or family member is consistently supportive, spending time with them can remind you of your worth and value, helping you counterbalance any negative experiences with toxic individuals. This positive reinforcement can be incredibly restorative, helping you to keep toxic influences from impacting your self-esteem. Engage in journaling. Journaling provides a safe space for processing emotions, especially when facing difficult people. Writing about your thoughts and feelings can help you understand and release negativity, gain insight into your experiences, and identify any personal growth lessons. For example, if you're feeling drained or frustrated after an interaction with a toxic person, jotting down your emotions can bring clarity, helping you to make sense of the experience without letting it linger. Over time, journaling can strengthen your self-awareness, helping you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Incorporate gratitude practices. Gratitude exercises are a powerful form of self-care that can help shift your focus from negative experiences to the positive aspects of your life. When dealing with someone toxic, it's easy to become preoccupied with their actions or behavior, but cultivating gratitude helps keep your mind grounded in positivity. For example, after a challenging interaction, consider listing 3 things you're grateful for that day. Reflecting on these positive aspects can uplift your mood, helping you release negativity and redirect your attention to what truly matters. Reflect on personal values with Stoic practices. Stoic philosophy encourages us to focus on our values and what is within our control, which can be incredibly empowering when dealing with difficult people. Practicing Stoic reflection can help you stay aligned with your values, reminding you that you cannot control others' actions but can choose your response. If someone's actions upset you, take a few moments to reflect on what values matter to you, such as patience, integrity, or kindness. By focusing on these principles, you can approach difficult situations with a sense of purpose, ensuring that your responses reflect your true self. Example of self-care in action. Imagine you have a coworker who frequently criticizes your work in a way that feels unwarranted and harsh. Over time, their comments begin to affect your confidence, and you find yourself feeling stressed each day at work. In this situation, prioritizing self-care can help you regain your balance and resilience. For example, physical activity. Going for a walk during lunch or engaging in a quick workout after work can help release pent-up stress and improve your mood. Journaling. Writing about your experience with this coworker in a journal can help you process your emotions and gain perspective on the situation, allowing you to separate their comments from your self-worth. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness before heading into work or after a difficult interaction can help you remain calm and focused, empowering you to approach your day with a clear mind and not let their comments define you. By combining these practices, you protect yourself from internalizing your coworkers' negativity, preserving your mental health, and reinforcing your self-worth. The benefits of consistent self-care. Prioritizing self-care on a regular basis can have profound effects on your well-being. When you consistently take time to care for yourself, you build a solid foundation of inner resilience, making it easier to handle life's challenges without feeling drained. By practicing self-care, you send a message to yourself and others that your well-being is a priority. This not only strengthens your self-respect, but also encourages others to treat you with respect. Building a life resilient to toxic influences. Ultimately, self-care empowers you to navigate relationships with toxic individuals while maintaining your peace and clarity. The strength and resilience gained through self-care practices help you manage interactions with challenging people more effectively, as you're less likely to be emotionally swayed or exhausted by their behavior. By making self-care a non-negotiable part of your life, you foster a positive, supportive relationship with yourself, allowing you to handle difficulties with confidence, perspective, and peace of mind. Third way, seek support from trustworthy individuals. Never underestimate the power of a strong support system, especially when navigating challenging relationships with people who exhibit negative or harmful behaviors. Dealing with toxic individuals can often feel isolating and overwhelming, as their behaviors may make you doubt your perspective or question your own worth. In these situations, seeking out the support of people you trust, such as friends, family, or mental health professionals, can be incredibly grounding and empowering. A support network offers reassurance, provides much-needed validation, and reminds you that you're not alone in your experiences. The role of trusted friends and family. When you share your experiences with people who genuinely care about you, you gain a sense of comfort and solidarity. Trusted friends and family members can help put things into perspective, especially if you're starting to feel disoriented or unsure of yourself due to someone else's behavior. For instance, if you're dealing with a friend who constantly criticizes or belittles you, talking to someone who sees your value and respects your boundaries can be a powerful reminder of your worth. The people who truly have your best interests at heart will encourage you to make decisions that prioritize your well-being, helping you see beyond the negativity of a toxic person's influence. Moreover, sharing your experiences with loved ones provides a safe space for you to process your feelings openly. Expressing your thoughts, emotions, and frustrations aloud can help you see patterns in a relationship that may have been hard to recognize on your own. For example, if you find that a colleague consistently undermines you at work, talking through these interactions with a supportive friend can validate your concerns, helping you to distinguish between legitimate issues and misunderstandings. Mental health professionals, guidance and strategies. Sometimes, friends and family may not have the expertise to offer solutions for complex or deeply rooted issues in challenging relationships. In these cases, consulting a mental health professional can be incredibly beneficial. Therapists, counselors, or support groups provide a non-judgmental space where you can discuss your experiences and learn effective coping strategies tailored to your needs. They can help you identify unhealthy dynamics and equip you with tools to set boundaries, manage stress, and build resilience. For instance, if you're dealing with a manipulative family member, a therapist might guide you through exercises on assertive communication, enabling you to respond in ways that prioritize your mental health. In addition, mental health professionals can help you work through any feelings of guilt, anxiety, or insecurity that may arise from toxic relationships. Through these sessions, you may discover patterns from past experiences that make you more susceptible to toxic behavior or influence. By addressing these deeper issues, you can build a stronger foundation for future relationships, empowering you to recognize and avoid unhealthy dynamics before they take root. The impact of a strong support network on self-worth. Having a solid network reinforces your self-worth, as the people who truly care for you remind you of your strengths, resilience, and value. When surrounded by supportive individuals, you're less likely to internalize the negativity from toxic people. For instance, if you're frequently exposed to a coworker who is overly critical or dismissive, regular conversations with a friend who appreciates and respects you can provide a balancing perspective. They remind you of your capabilities and potential, helping you to stay grounded despite external negativity. Moreover, supportive relationships encourage you to nurture connections that uplift rather than drain you. When you invest time in positive relationships, you create a buffer that shields you from toxic influences. By prioritizing these healthy connections, you build a network of people who uplift your spirit and reinforce your self-confidence. As a result, you're more likely to recognize your worth and less likely to tolerate disrespectful or harmful behavior from others. Practical ways to seek support. Be open and honest. Share your experiences with people you trust. This transparency allows them to provide meaningful support and advice. Join a support group. Finding a community of people who have faced similar challenges can offer comfort and practical coping strategies. Set regular check-ins. Schedule time to talk with friends or family members, especially during times when you're dealing with challenging relationships. These regular conversations can help you process ongoing situations and gain perspective. Consider professional guidance. If you feel overwhelmed or unable to manage certain dynamics alone, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional for tailored support and tools. Building resilience through support. Seeking support doesn't just help you cope with toxic individuals, it also builds your emotional resilience. Through the encouragement, validation, and perspective provided by a strong support system, you're better equipped to handle difficult situations with clarity and strength. By consistently seeking out trustworthy individuals who genuinely care about your well-being, you cultivate a foundation of positivity and self-assurance, empowering you to navigate difficult relationships with grace and wisdom. This support reinforces that you're not alone, and that with the right people by your side, you can rise above negativity and foster healthier, more fulfilling connections. Fourth way, cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness serves as a powerful internal compass, guiding you as you navigate challenging interactions with individuals who may exhibit negative or harmful behaviors. By cultivating self-awareness, you gain insight into your emotions, reactions, and underlying needs, allowing you to respond to difficult situations with clarity and intention rather than impulsiveness. When you consciously observe your feelings and responses, you can avoid falling into reactive patterns that may escalate conflict or drain your energy. Observing your reactions and triggers. A crucial aspect of self-awareness is recognizing your own emotional triggers. When interacting with people who consistently undermine, manipulate, or criticize, it's natural to feel frustrated, defensive, or hurt. However, identifying and understanding these reactions can help you manage your responses and make conscious choices. For instance, suppose you have a colleague who regularly interrupts or dismisses your ideas in meetings. Instead of allowing anger to build up, you might notice that this behavior triggers feelings of disrespect or diminishes your confidence. Recognizing this pattern enables you to develop strategies to address the situation, such as assertively asking for your turn to speak or setting boundaries around respectful communication. This practice can also reveal patterns in your responses, shedding light on areas where you may need to establish stronger boundaries or adjust your approach. For instance, if you often feel the need to over-explain or justify yourself in response to a particular person's criticism, this insight might prompt you to work on affirming your self-worth independently, freeing you from the need for external validation. Practical self-awareness techniques. Regular self-check-ins. Taking time throughout the day to check in with your feelings is an effective way to build self-awareness. Simple questions like, "How am I feeling right now?" or "What's causing me to feel this way?" encourage introspection. These moments of reflection help you process emotions before they accumulate, giving you the mental space to evaluate your reactions objectively. Journaling. Writing about your experiences and reactions can uncover deeper insights and patterns. For instance, after an interaction that left you feeling upset or drained, journaling allows you to process what happened, why it triggered a particular emotion, and how you might respond differently next time. This practice encourages growth by fostering a deeper understanding of your feelings. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation, rooted in Stoic and philosophical practices, allow you to stay present and connected to your core values. By training your mind to observe thoughts and emotions without immediate reaction, you strengthen your ability to handle difficult situations calmly and thoughtfully. For example, if a family member constantly brings up sensitive topics that unsettle you, practicing mindfulness can help you listen without absorbing their negativity, empowering you to respond with composure and neutrality. Real-world example: using self-awareness in difficult conversations. Imagine you're dealing with a friend who has a habit of steering conversations toward their problems without showing much interest in yours. Initially, you may feel frustrated or unimportant, sensing that the relationship is imbalanced. Through self-awareness, you recognize that these feelings are signals, indicating that the friendship isn't meeting your needs for mutual support. Acknowledging this enables you to make a clear decision about how to proceed. You might decide to express your feelings to your friend, suggesting that you both share time equally in conversations, or you may choose to limit your time with them if the imbalance persists. In this way, self-awareness prevents you from reacting impulsively out of frustration. Instead, you're able to respond thoughtfully, choosing actions that protect your well-being while maintaining your values of respect and honesty. Staying rooted in your values. Self-awareness also helps you stay connected to your values, which are essential when dealing with people who may not have your best interests at heart. By identifying your core beliefs such as respect, integrity, and kindness, you create an internal guide that shapes your responses, no matter how others behave. For instance, if kindness is a guiding principle for you, you may choose to respond with patience or distance rather than resentment, even if someone's behavior is disruptive or unkind. When you are clear about your values, you're less likely to be swayed by external negativity. If someone's manipulative tactics or harsh words don't align with your values, you're more likely to respond in ways that reflect who you are, not who they are trying to make you be. This level of clarity allows you to engage in interactions with authenticity and strength, standing firm in your principles rather than reacting out of fear or frustration. Self-awareness as a path to resilience. Cultivating self-awareness isn't just about managing your reactions. It's a path to resilience. By understanding and honoring your emotions, you equip yourself to face challenging situations without losing sight of your well-being. When you approach each interaction with a calm awareness of your own needs and values, you're better prepared to navigate relationships in a way that honors both yourself and others. In sum, self-awareness is an invaluable tool for maintaining emotional health and clarity in difficult interactions. It empowers you to make conscious choices, set boundaries, and engage with others in ways that reflect your true character. By staying present and aware, you can handle challenging relationships with confidence, cultivating inner peace and resilience in the process. Fifth way, Trust your instincts. Your instincts are often your most reliable guide when navigating relationships, especially when it comes to recognizing harmful behavior. While we often give others the benefit of the doubt, trusting your intuition is vital for protecting yourself from potential negative influences. Our instincts act as an internal alert system, often picking up on subtle signals or inconsistencies in behavior that may not be immediately apparent to our rational mind. If you've ever felt uneasy around someone without being able to pinpoint exactly why, that feeling could be your intuition recognizing something off. Red flags may come in many forms, such as inconsistent behavior, manipulative tactics, or a pattern of disregarding others' emotions and boundaries. These signs may be subtle. Perhaps someone's kind words don't align with their actions, or they frequently make others feel small or dismissed. Trusting your instincts means listening to these cues and honoring the discomfort they cause, recognizing red flags through instinct. In relationships, red flags are often noticeable even before we fully understand them. A classic example might be someone who frequently changes their demeanor depending on who is around or what they hope to gain. They may be charming and attentive in private conversations but condescending or dismissive in public settings. If you catch yourself feeling confused or uneasy after these interactions, your instincts may be signaling an inconsistency that warrants attention. Similarly, manipulative behaviors can also raise internal alarms. For example, if you have a friend who frequently uses guilt to influence your decisions, they might leave you feeling uncomfortable or pressured. Instead of overlooking these feelings, tune into them and examine what they reveal about the dynamics of your relationship. Honoring this inner awareness can help you see through harmful tactics and protect your emotional well-being. The Stoic perspective on trusting perception. From a Stoic perspective, our perceptions and instincts are valuable guides, helping us identify situations and people that may not align with our values or well-being. Stoicism teaches us to respect our own inner judgments and to trust that our natural inclinations can offer wisdom in situations where we feel uncertain. If something doesn't sit well with you, it's essential to consider why, rather than dismissing or rationalizing the feeling away. For example, if a coworker or friend consistently downplays your achievements or subtly shifts blame onto others, you might feel a sense of discomfort, even if they appear supportive on the surface. This intuition is your perception alerting you to their underlying behavior. In Stoic thought, honoring this intuition is a form of self-respect and an act of courage, as it acknowledges your capacity to judge situations for what they truly are. How to act on your instincts. Listening to your instincts is only the first step. Taking thoughtful action is equally important. If you feel uneasy around someone or sense a recurring negative pattern, consider how much of your time and energy you want to invest in this relationship. Acting on your instincts doesn't mean cutting people off abruptly. Instead, it may involve setting boundaries, limiting exposure, or even just observing their behavior over time to gather more clarity. For instance, if you sense that a friend tends to take advantage of your generosity, you might start setting small boundaries, like saying no to unreasonable requests or limiting how often you offer help. These actions reinforce your commitment to self-respect and ensure that you're prioritizing relationships that bring positivity into your life. Protecting your peace through instinct. Ultimately, trusting your instincts is about preserving your inner peace. By honoring those subtle signals, you can avoid unnecessary emotional strain and keep your mental well-being intact. In situations where your instincts suggest caution, creating distance or setting limits may be the best way to maintain a healthy balance in your relationships. For example, if you feel emotionally drained after spending time with a particular family member who constantly criticizes or belittles you, recognizing this pattern allows you to make informed decisions about your interactions. You might decide to limit your time together or have conversations only in group settings, ensuring that you're not overly exposed to negativity. Trusting your instincts means respecting your own boundaries and protecting your emotional landscape. By staying attuned to your feelings, you're better equipped to make choices that nurture your peace and prioritize relationships that align with your values. Following your intuition in this way leads to a life centered on self-respect, where you are guided by inner strength and a sense of clarity about what's truly beneficial for you. Sixth way, limit interaction. Sometimes, the most effective way to handle a person exhibiting bad character traits is to limit the time you spend with them. Whether in personal or professional settings, reducing interaction can serve as a crucial strategy to protect your mental space and emotional well-being. This approach allows you to focus on nurturing healthier, more supportive relationships that uplift you rather than drain your energy. Limiting contact with difficult individuals does not necessarily mean severing ties completely. Instead, it involves setting clear boundaries that delineate how often and in what context you engage with them. For instance, if you have a coworker who frequently engages in gossip or undermines your contributions in meetings, you might choose to limit your interactions to necessary work-related discussions. By steering clear of casual conversations that could lead to negativity, you create a buffer between yourself and their toxic behavior. Understanding the importance of limiting interaction. The decision to limit interaction is not about being confrontational. Rather, it's about prioritizing your mental health. Toxic behaviors can be draining and demoralizing, and the constant exposure can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and self-doubt. For example, if you have a friend who regularly makes negative comments about your choices or belittles your achievements, engaging with them frequently can create a toxic cycle of self-criticism and emotional fatigue. By recognizing the toll that these interactions take on you, you empower yourself to take proactive steps to protect your well-being. When you consciously choose to reduce your exposure to negative influences, you allow yourself the opportunity to recharge and regain your emotional balance. This space can be invaluable for reflection and self-care, giving you time to reconnect with your values and what truly matters to you. In this way, limiting interaction becomes a form of self-respect and self-preservation. Practical steps to limit interaction. Implementing this strategy can be done in various ways. One practical approach is to establish specific times for social engagements. If you know certain gatherings tend to involve the individual in question, consider declining the invitation or only attending for a brief period. This allows you to maintain your social life while minimizing the potential for negative encounters. You could say something like, "I'll stop by for a bit, but I have other commitments I need to attend to afterward." This approach communicates your intention to limit interaction while still being courteous. In professional settings, limiting interaction might look like focusing on task-oriented communication. If a colleague tends to monopolize conversations or dismiss your input, you can redirect discussions towards work objectives, keeping the conversation professional and minimizing personal engagement. For instance, you could say, "Let's focus on the project at hand. I'd like to hear your thoughts on our next steps." This strategy helps you assert your boundaries without escalating conflicts. Creating emotional distance. Limiting interaction also allows you to create emotional distance from toxic behaviors, which can be crucial for maintaining a healthy mindset. When you step back, you may gain clarity about the relationship dynamics at play and assess whether the individual's behavior truly aligns with your values. This reflection can help you realize the extent of their influence on your life and allow you to focus on building connections that bring positivity and joy. Additionally, reducing contact can provide you with the necessary space to engage in self-care practices. When you're not preoccupied with managing difficult interactions, you can devote time to activities that nourish your body and mind, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time with supportive friends and family. These positive experiences can help you cultivate resilience and enhance your overall well-being, trusting yourself in the process. Ultimately, limiting interaction is a valuable tool for maintaining your peace of mind. It is an act of self-advocacy that communicates to yourself and others that your emotional health matters. By giving yourself permission to create this space, you demonstrate self-respect and an understanding of your own needs. It's important to remember that you are not obligated to tolerate negativity or toxic behavior. As you navigate these decisions, trust in your instincts and the knowledge that prioritizing your well-being is not selfish, but essential. By limiting your interactions with those who exhibit bad character traits, you take control of your emotional landscape, allowing yourself the freedom to cultivate relationships that align with your values and support your growth. In doing so, you empower yourself to lead a more fulfilling and balanced life, free from the burdens of negative influences. Seventh way, practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean condoning someone's harmful actions or dismissing the pain they may have caused. Instead, forgiveness is a profound act of self-liberation, a conscious choice to release the emotional burden that comes from harboring resentment and anger. When we practice forgiveness, we are ultimately prioritizing our own well-being and mental health, allowing ourselves to heal and move forward. Individuals with bad character traits frequently carry their own unresolved issues and emotional baggage. Their negative behaviors often stem from personal struggles, insecurities, or past traumas that they have yet to address. By recognizing that their actions may be reflections of their internal conflicts, we can approach the idea of forgiveness with a more compassionate mindset. This understanding doesn't excuse their behavior, but instead highlights the importance of separating their issues from our own peace of mind. The power of letting go. Choosing to forgive is a powerful step toward reclaiming your peace and mental clarity. Holding on to resentment can be exhausting. It occupies valuable mental and emotional space, leading to stress, anxiety, and even physical discomfort. For instance, if a friend has repeatedly let you down or betrayed your trust, clinging to feelings of anger and disappointment can prevent you from enjoying other meaningful relationships. Practicing forgiveness allows you to let go of these heavy emotions, creating room for positivity and new experiences. One practical way to facilitate forgiveness is through reflection and journaling. Taking time to write down your feelings about the situation can help you process your emotions. For example, you might write about how the person's actions affected you, the pain it caused, and how holding on to that pain has impacted your life. This exercise not only clarifies your feelings, but also helps you identify the specific aspects you want to release. After expressing these emotions, consider writing a letter of forgiveness, one that you may not even need to send. This letter serves as a symbolic gesture to yourself, acknowledging the hurt but choosing to move past it. Reclaiming your peace. It's essential to remember that forgiveness is ultimately a gift you give to yourself, not to the person who caused you pain. By letting go of grudges, you free yourself from the emotional chains that keep you anchored to past negativity. This liberation enables you to approach new relationships and experiences with an open heart, unburdened by previous disappointments. Forgiveness also cultivates resilience. When you practice forgiving others, you build a mental framework that allows you to face challenges with a greater sense of emotional stability. You learn that while others may not always act in your best interest, you have the power to choose how their actions affect you. For example, if a colleague consistently undermines your contributions, forgiving them means acknowledging their behavior without allowing it to dictate your self-worth or professional path. Moving forward. As you embrace forgiveness, it's crucial to recognize that this process may not happen overnight. It can be challenging, particularly when the hurt is deep or the individual's actions were particularly egregious. However, the journey toward forgiveness is uniquely personal, and taking small steps can lead to significant healing over time. Celebrate the progress you make, no matter how incremental, as each step brings you closer to inner peace. Additionally, practicing self-compassion during this journey is essential. Understand that it's okay to feel hurt and that your feelings are valid. Allow yourself to experience the emotions tied to the situation while remaining committed to the process of forgiveness. This balance ensures that you don't dismiss your feelings, but instead acknowledge them as part of your growth. In conclusion, practicing forgiveness is a transformative journey that empowers you to reclaim your peace and mental clarity. By choosing to let go of resentment and recognizing the humanity behind the actions of those with bad character, you foster a healthier emotional landscape. Forgiveness allows you to move forward without carrying negativity into other areas of your life, ultimately enabling you to cultivate relationships rooted in trust, respect, and mutual support. Embrace the power of forgiveness, and you will find yourself not only lighter, but also more open to the abundance of positive experiences that life has to offer. Eighth way, focus on positive relationships. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people serves as a protective buffer against toxic individuals and their harmful behaviors. When you intentionally seek out friends and colleagues who inspire you, respect your boundaries, and encourage your growth, you create an environment that fosters well-being and resilience. Investing time in these healthy relationships shifts your focus away from negativity and promotes a balanced, fulfilling life that is essential for maintaining emotional stability. Positive relationships have a profound impact on your mental and emotional health. When you interact with people who uplift you, you experience increased feelings of happiness, confidence, and security. These relationships serve as a counterbalance to the negativity that may come from individuals with bad character traits. For example, consider a situation where you encounter a colleague who is constantly critical or dismissive. If you have a strong support system of friends who validate your worth and provide encouragement, their support can help you navigate that negativity without it diminishing your self-esteem. Engaging with positive individuals allows you to cultivate a sense of community and belonging, which is crucial for personal growth. When you are surrounded by people who celebrate your achievements and support your ambitions, you are more likely to take risks and pursue your goals. For instance, a friend who believes in your potential to succeed can motivate you to pursue a new job opportunity or take on a challenging project, whereas toxic individuals may instill self-doubt and fear. To focus on positive relationships, start by assessing your current connections. Identify the individuals who consistently uplift you, inspire you, and respect your boundaries. These are the people who listen without judgment, offer constructive feedback, and encourage you to pursue your passions. On the flip side, recognize those who drain your energy, belittle your accomplishments, or violate your boundaries. Once you have a clearer picture of your relationships, prioritize spending time with those who enhance your life. A practical way to nurture these positive connections is to engage in shared activities that foster deeper bonds. Whether it's joining a book club, participating in group workouts, or attending workshops related to your interests, these experiences can strengthen your relationships and create lasting memories. For example, if you have a close friend who shares your passion for fitness, working out together not only enhances your physical well-being, but also deepens your emotional connection. As you invest in positive relationships, it's essential to continue practicing the boundaries you've established. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, so ensure that your needs and limits are communicated clearly. For instance, if you find that a friend often leans on you for support without reciprocating, address it openly by expressing your desire for a balanced relationship. You might say, "I value our friendship, but I also need space to recharge. Can we find a way to support each other more evenly?" This approach reinforces your commitment to healthy dynamics while fostering a culture of mutual support. In addition to nurturing existing relationships, actively seek out new connections that align with your values and aspirations. Join community groups, attend networking events, or engage in social media platforms that cater to your interests. Surrounding yourself with individuals who share your passions and vision can inspire you to grow and thrive in ways you might not have considered before. For example, if you're interested in starting a business, connecting with fellow entrepreneurs can provide valuable insights, encouragement, and resources. When you focus on cultivating positive relationships, the benefits extend beyond your personal interactions. A supportive network encourages you to be the best version of yourself, and as you flourish, you naturally inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect creates a vibrant community of individuals committed to growth, positivity, and support. When you witness the success and joy of those around you, it motivates you to continue striving for your own goals. In conclusion, focusing on positive relationships is a vital strategy for protecting yourself from toxic individuals and fostering a fulfilling life. By surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, respect your boundaries, and encourage your growth, you create a strong foundation for emotional resilience. Investing in these connections not only enhances your overall well-being, but also empowers you to recognize and avoid toxic behaviors. As you nurture meaningful relationships, you anchor yourself in a network of support that enriches your life and propels you toward your goals, ultimately leading to a more balanced and rewarding existence. Embrace the power of positive relationships, and you will find yourself living a life filled with genuine connections and joy. Conclusion. Recognizing and safeguarding yourself from individuals with detrimental character traits is crucial for sustaining inner peace and emotional well-being. Life is too precious to be spent surrounded by negativity and toxicity, and learning to identify and manage these relationships is a skill that can transform your personal and professional experiences. By embracing Stoic principles, such as self-awareness, setting clear boundaries, and practicing forgiveness, you empower yourself to navigate difficult relationships with both wisdom and grace. These principles not only provide clarity in your interactions, but also help you build resilience against external pressures and emotional turmoil. When you practice self-awareness, you cultivate a deeper understanding of your own feelings and triggers, enabling you to respond to challenging individuals rather than react impulsively. Clear boundaries ensure that you communicate your limits effectively, reinforcing mutual respect and safeguarding your mental space. Meanwhile, practicing forgiveness doesn't mean condoning negative behavior. Instead, it frees you from the emotional burden of resentment, allowing you to reclaim your peace and mental clarity. This proactive approach to managing your relationships enables you to make deliberate choices about the people you invite into your life. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting individuals can dramatically shift your focus away from negativity, fostering connections that inspire joy and growth. By consciously selecting relationships that enrich your life, you create a foundation of positivity that not only enhances your own well-being, but also encourages those around you to thrive. Like and subscribe. If you found these insights valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Stoic Mindset. We are dedicated to exploring ways to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and tranquility in our daily lives. Your engagement is vital in building a community that supports personal growth and emotional well-being. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you navigate challenging relationships? What strategies have worked for you? Let's engage in a meaningful dialogue and support one another in fostering positive and enriching connections. Together, we can create a space that encourages personal development and enriches our collective journey towards a more fulfilling life.